Hi guys, I'm Sarah from Dishing Out Wealth and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about how to avoid burnout. Burnout is a very real thing and it's something that a lot of people struggle with. So we're going to be providing our best tips, tricks, and advice for how to recognize burnout, what to do if you experience burnout, and how to really prevent it so that way you can live a stress-free, happy life. If you like this kind of content, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. We make new videos every Monday and Thursday, so we would love to have you back because we talk about information like financial education, budgeting advice, social media, and a whole bunch more. So let's go ahead and get started with these tips on how to avoid burnout. According to science, burnout is officially labeled as a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. This is a very real thing that a lot of people experience. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a career person, a stay-at-home mom, it really doesn't matter what stage of life you're in. Everyone is not immune to burnout. So how do you recognize the signs of burnout? How do you kind of prevent it? What are things that we can do every day to make sure our mental status is in check and our physical health is in check? So before we get started, I kind of just wanted to mention that in college, I experienced burnout and I was working part-time. I was taking credits galore. I was studying. I was doing all of these different things and I was sleeping for about 3 hours a night. And I did this for years and I never realized how exhausted and irritable I was until I took a week off for spring break. And I did nothing. I didn't study. I didn't go on a vacation. I just sat at home. And by the time my week was up, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. Why am I sleeping through the night? How am I having a better relationship with people? And it clicked. It's because I was burnt out. I didn't have a desire to go to school, to work, to learn new things. I was completely done with it. And so if you're feeling that way, those are immediate signs that you are burned out. And having just high levels of stress constantly is something that is just not good for you. Being stressed here and there, yes, we all get it. It's happened before and it will continue to happen. But to be able to manage that stress, to not take it to the next level, is something that is really important. So with that, let's go ahead and move into our first tip of how to avoid burnout. So the first way to avoid burnout is to not get burnt out in the first place. And yes, I know it sounds very obvious and it's like, why am I even mentioning it? But let's just think about it in a practical example. So if you go outside in the summer and it's hot and it's sunny and you forget to put on sunscreen or wear a hat or any other kind of protective measure, you're outside all day long, and by the time you come home and just kind of start relaxing, and then the next day you wake up and you're completely burnt, like lobster red, almost blistering. And then you're like, why didn't I just use sunscreen? What is wrong with me? That's exactly how burnout is. You don't realize it's happening until it's too late. So recognizing the signs of burnout, of being irritable, snapping at people, hating the job that you're doing, not having a desire to do anything new or different, those are all just basic signs of what burnout is, and they are different than just feeling stressed over something. So once you recognize those things, then we can start to take preventative measures for that. But I mean, just don't get burnt out in the first place by taking care of yourself and just knowing where your mental status is and just trying to make sure that you are understanding your body and you're listening to what those signs are that your body is telling you. The second way to avoid burnout is to sleep more. Stress and sleep go hand in hand. If you aren't sleeping very much, you're going to become irritable, you're going to be cranky, you're going to be snapping at people, and you're going to make mistakes. So make sure that you are getting the recommended 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single night. And you can do this in a few ways. You can start winding your evening down a few hours before you would usually go to bed. So if you start getting ready for bed at 10:30, try knocking it back to 8:30 and try to be in bed by 9. That way, if you're waking up at 6 in the morning, you are getting a long period of sleep and you are going to just feel so much more rested and energized and just more mentally ready to begin your day. So go ahead and try that a few times for the rest of this month and just really see how it makes a difference for you. I'm pretty sure you'll be happy with the results. The third way to avoid burnout is to avoid sugary drinks or foods. So if you're in the middle of your workday and you feel kind of exhausted and you just really want a little pick-me-up, instead of turning to a sugary donut or soda, which will give you that rush of energy, but then also plummet your blood sugar and just leave you feeling irritable the rest of the afternoon, try going for a quick little walk around your office. You could take a 15-minute cat nap over lunchtime. You can just do some body weight squats. Anything that's just a little bit healthier for you instead of turning towards sugary drinks and will actually have a benefit on your body is going to help you in the long run avoid burnout. The fourth way to avoid burnout is to exercise. Exercising is such a great way to de-stress your body, and you can even take out some of your aggression at the gym. If your coworkers stressed you out, if you had a bad day, instead of just going home and marinating on it and just stewing about it and eating your feelings even, you can just go to the gym and, lift some weights or go on a run or whatever it is just to release that energy, and it'll just make yourself feel better. And a bonus is that after you go to the gym, you'll just feel more relaxed, and this will help you sleep better throughout the night because your body is going to be trying to repair itself after all the work it did at the gym. So if you do this on a regular basis and you're consistent with it, you'll definitely feel less stressed and you're going to feel happier in your life. The fifth way to prevent burning out is to make time for yourself. I know when I got burnt out in college, this is one thing I did not do. I was too focused on being successful in school and working hard at my job and maintaining my other relationships that I never made time for myself. And I didn't realize that for a long time until after I graduated and I had more of a steady job, did I realize how important it was to take time for me. So for me, example, I love to read. It's my favorite hobby. It's what I just love to do, and it makes me feel energized. If I get really busy with work or with life or anything like that, and I just don't sit down to read for a day or two, I become so irritable. And I am not the best version of myself because I didn't take that time to care for me. So I've just learned over the years that I have to just dedicate 30 minutes to an hour every day of something for me, of what I like to do. So put that into your life. What is something that you love to do? Do you like to read, kind of like how I do? Are you a face mask person? Do you like to go play basketball? Do you like to play with your kids or walk your dog? Do something that is important for you that makes you feel like yourself, and you can connect inward and just know that you're doing something that's good for you. Because if you are nice to yourself, you're going to be nicer to other people, and it's going to reduce your stress levels and therefore help you avoid the burnout. The sixth way to avoid burnout is to just take a vacation. Use those vacation days that you've had saving up in your PTO days for the last year. Honestly, it's just better to use them just to have them sit. You're going to be a lot happier if you just take time off of work, relax, unwind, and just get your mind off of everything. This doesn't have to be a 3-week exotic vacation to, I don't know, Africa or something, but I mean, it can just be something as simple as taking a few days off of work and going on an extended weekend trip somewhere fun. So think of a place that you would really like to go that sounds relaxing to you, something that you've always wanted to do, or something that you just think will be really enjoyable, whether it's by yourself or with your family or friends. Just take it. You will thank yourself for it, and the other people in your office will also be thankful for that, because when you come back, you're going to feel more energized, you're going to be less stressed, and you're going to be a lot happier with your job and with your life. The last tip to really prevent burnout is to meditate and practice lowering your stress. So all of these things we've already been talking about have kind of related to already lowering your stress levels, but by meditating, this is one thing that's really going to take it to the next level. So even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes a day, just sitting somewhere quiet, deep breathing, eyes closed, and just focusing inward and just kind of slowing your thoughts down, it's really going to help lower those stress levels, and it's just going to make you feel better. So I know you can find a lot of meditation videos here on YouTube, you can download some apps, or you can just even do it yourself. But whatever it is, just try to find that time for you, 5 to 10 minutes a day. I promise you it'll make a difference and you will feel less stressed. Overall, the main takeaway from this video is that to avoid burnout, you need to keep your stress levels low. And like I was saying earlier, this can affect anyone for any stage of life. So if you just learn how to manage stress and what stress signals are looking like for you, you can go ahead and take some of these preventative measures and just dial your stress down a little bit, and therefore you will avoid burnout. Because once you hit the burnout phase, it's going to be a lot harder to come back from it than it is to actually prevent burning out. So we hope you enjoyed this video and that you liked these tips and tricks, and we would love to know in the comments below what you thought of this video, as well as what are things you can do to prevent stress in your life. So again, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and check out the link in the description box below for www.dishingoutwealth.com. We offer financial education, coaching services, budgeting advice, and so much more. So we'd love it if you could check it out and let us know if we can help you achieve financial goals or other goals that you may have in your life. So we'll go ahead and see you in our next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.